Well, willkommen, hoinan, and welcome back to FTR's Division 2 for the start of Season 9. My name is Webbo, here to take you through tonight's proceedings. We had a little bit of a false start getting going, but we're here. We are on, we're streaming. I've verified that much at least. And welcome to you all back. I hope you've been looking forward to this. I wonder if you've missed us or not. Uzi returns into his familiar seat in the McLaren and will take the first hot lap. At the moment, he's heading into the slightly banked turn 2 at the moment, before then a quick switch back across the track to deal with turn 3. Looking for a braking zone, a blind braking point here at the apex, just about of turn 4, before getting the car settled back down again. This looks a little bit of a lackadaisical start. I think might be just warming up the tyres. It will give me time to say hello. If you're watching with us, do say hello in the live chat. Verify that the live chat's working at least for me, and tell me who you're here to support. Uzi will be getting used to a new teammate this year because of the promotion of the champion and his brother Umer, who departed for the top division, and those guys in the Premier League, Premier Division, were racing yesterday. And tomorrow at the same time will be Division 3 as usual here on Full Throttle Racing. Well, Umer's new Umer hasn't been promoted. Yes, he has. Uzi's teammate Hashim, he'll be joined by Hashim in the McLaren, and he's about to post the first time. That's a 1:28.337. Just underlining that it is a bit of a slow one. A 1:19 posted by Chums in the Aston Martin. So Uzi, and as I say, full-time driver will be Hashim, but we are missing several drivers today due to load shedding, of course, as the South Africans watching will be more than familiar with. Chums in the Aston Martin then, he will be partnered by Top Gun, who I did see appear and disappear and possibly reappear, in fact, in our lobby today, and here he is indeed, now attacking the track. 02 and Pampern will take charge of the Ferrari team this season, with Avalak and Stoffel in there, certainly for Avalak in his traditional Red Bull seat. I'm sure he always makes sure that in the team auction he's right there to make sure he's in that seat. Then we've got for Mercedes, newcomer Ultra Gamer and It's Midas. I don't think Ultra Gamer is with us tonight, but It's Midas certainly is in the Mercedes. Full-time driver in the Alfa Romeo will be Super D and Bertz. Next up at the Alpha Tauri will be Shakes, and he, for the first time in my commentary, this is my third season with the league, for the first time of asking, we don't have Shakes and Brad in the same team. So Shakes is joined this time by Jacques in the Alpha Tauri. Top Gun and Chums we've dealt with in the Aston Martin. Then we've got Brad in the Alpine with Royal Viking, and full-time seat in the Haas, Nick Gishen and Arno, with reserve drivers J-Boy yet to declare, or yet to be given a seat. We've got Smirch Django. He is currently in, I believe that's the Williams, is it? It is in the Williams here, and also Division 3 driver Getuyi Levy is going to reserve for us tonight as well. Well, a lot of the early laps coming in, certainly. We'll join Arno on board here. It looks like we're going to go for 3 sessions of qualifying today, so hopefully the drivers will be able to set representative times. Arno about to cross the line then. He goes P2 on a 1:18.311. A yellow flag temporarily on the track as his teammate Nick Gishen starts his next lap. And most drivers here have set their first laps. We are waiting on Shakes, Avalak and Jacques, as well as the onboard driver Nick Gishen right now. Nick Gishen was, of course, in the Red Bull last season, and will obviously be getting used to new surroundings. Uzi has retired from the session, happy enough as he is on P9. Well, I imagine that was not a deliberate action there. I hope that was, well, maybe he is just relatively pleased with the time he set, but that is a very slow time, so I'm not quite sure what has happened. As I say, do say hello in the live chat if you're joining us, if you're back with us from seasons past, or if you're joining us new. It's always good to hear from our audience There's a purple sector for Nick Gishen, of course purple just for him at this early stage of qualifying. 10 minutes 40 to go in this first session tonight, as he's just dealing with the final corner here. Getting down into third gear. Usually you see drivers hang out there in fourth gear and then short shift up to fifth. It's slippery on the exit. Nick Gishen goes a 1:17.616, so I'm no one to be questioning his approach to the track. Provisional pole for Nick Gishen, and hi to Simps, who joins us in the live chat, which is great to hear. Hi Simps, who are you supporting tonight? I'm just going to check the other divisions. Are you registered? You are going to be, I'm assuming, cheering on Ferrari, as Martin has also disappeared and was promoted to Division 1. So Martin, erstwhile front runner of Division 2, should mean that we have perhaps a little bit more in terms of competition here in Division 2 this season. It was fairly easy, you'd have to say, for Umer, and certainly Martin showed very well indeed as well through the season. So we've got Simps watching, cheering on, I'm sure, his Ferrari teammates Burt and Pampern at the moment. Well, Jacques is about to head on out of the final corner, goes P4 in the AlphaTauri, 1:18.365. It's close at the top there, just 0.3 of a second separating second, third and fourth. But a bit of a window there to get yourself onto the front row. Currently held by Nick Gishen on a 17.6, and it's Midas on a 1:18.039. Shakes the next one, the other AlphaTauri, just on an outlap. We've also got outlaps currently for Midas and for Top Gun. Waiting on that one just to eventuate. Butts has posted a 1:19.7. That's the slowest of the competitive times at the moment. Arno puts an all-Haas front row. Arno and Nick Gishen. Arno goes a 1:17.511, tantalisingly close, just over a tenth faster than his teammate Nick Gishen. I think Shakes might have something to say about certainly the top four once he gets the car under in his operating window. And Sim's also supporting Shakes, so good to hear. Assuming long-time friends, and there he is, my good friend Shakes, excellent. So he's currently P13, Shakes. Let's see how he does on board, especially as we've got someone watching specifically for him as well. Avalak has retired from P6, 1:18.5, should be clearing away, waiting for fast times to come in from Smerts, from Shakes, and we'll see how that one works out shortly. Into turn 2, that was a nice quick entry into turn 2. Very early apex for Shakes, looking for a good early power down situation before he goes up to the hill. If you're driving this in cockpit view, you are literally staring at the sky looking for visual clues left and right. Into then turn 5, a fairly open and slow hairpin. Now avoid the inside raised curb through the piff path chicane of turns 6 and 7, and then it starts to get a little bit quicker and a little bit less suited to my particular driving style. I hate fast corners, I am terrible, but these guys know what they're doing, and Shakes looks like he's on rails through that section, really well planted. Down into turn 12, you may see, if someone stuffs up sector 2, you may see someone go for a move down into turn 12, but at the moment, obviously focusing on the lines through the corners. Watch that pit lane entry. You don't want to knock off the front wing, or worse still, the front corner of the car on the pit lane entry. And there's Shakes, a 1:16.990, fastest time so far. Beautiful first fast lap out for him. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Might even save himself running any further and slowing right down, as you'd expect. Here is It's Midas then. He's joining us and joining us right at the top of the pace. At the moment, here he is with 6 minutes to go in Q1, up to P2, a 1:17.442. Nice early lap there. Drivers are usually under instruction to make sure that they leave space for the slower drivers in Q1, and if possible to accelerate our journey through Q1, because we're not actually going to lose anybody. Welcome to Ian Killian and to Javon Davis, who are both here supporting